Oh hey, what's up shitheads? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a little different because the purpose of this video is to introduce you to my new car. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I purchased a new vehicle. You know, unbeknownst to me at the time, I didn't realize that this car actually runs on electricity. You might notice right now, hey, you're not at a gas station. That's right, because I'm actually recharging the batteries on this car using what's known as electricity. And I wanted to let you guys know what it's like owning an electric car. If you're interested in this sort of thing, guys, stick around. And if you're not, well, just let the video play and leave the room or something, because I could really use the ad revenue. When I went to buy this, I used my dad's social security number, and they just hand you the car. But I guess I was supposed to use my social security number. Little did I know you actually have to keep making payments to keep your car. So yeah, guys, please don't click away. But anyways, let's get into it. So this is a car known as a Tesla. I guess there's a guy named Elon Musk who's the CEO of this company. He's a really popular character. I've never heard of him before. This is a Tesla Model S, and it has this weird emblem on the back. And I had to look it up, and I guess this is known as the Plaid edition, P-L-A-I-D. I don't really know what that means. Overall, I think it's a nice looking car. This one is equipped with 21-inch wheels. These are known as arachnid wheels. I'm currently plugged into a charge point charger. I'm new to the whole electric car thing, and I guys want to give you kind of a reference, like how these compare to electric bikes. This car has a 100 kilowatt hour battery. An e-cells bike, or those have like 1,200 watt hours. This is 100,000 watt hours. Massively different size batteries. And this, I'm at a level 2 charger, is charging at 7.4 kilowatts. The amazing thing is that Tesla has a supercharge network, and you can charge these at a rate of up to 250 kilowatts, which is kind of mind-blowing to me, because 250 kilowatts is a asinine amount of electricity. That's like what running like 30 air conditioning units at a home would draw, something like that. So these batteries are massive, and you can charge them at really fast rates. Best practices on these cars are to charge them to 80%. So I'm actually charging mine higher than 80% at the moment, because I'm gonna go take it for a ride afterwards. But if I'm typically doing day-to-day riding, I'll do the 80%. They claim this car can get a range of 350 miles. I think most people know they're probably not gonna get that range, but I have seen a couple of people do range tests online, and they get in the high 200s if you're driving normal. But overall, I think it's a really nice looking car. I had the windows tinted, and that's pretty much the only thing I'm gonna do to this vehicle, because I think it's a really nice looking car. And guys, yes, I know it's dirty, and it's probably gonna stay dirty, because let's be honest, I'm not really the type of person to wash cars all the time. I was a huge car nut when I was younger. My first car was a 69 Oldsmobile 442, and no, 442 is not the engine size, so if you write that in the comments, you're wrong. And then I had a 2000 Camaro that I bought brand new in 2000. I put a supercharger on it. At the time, nobody had superchargers on cars. I rebuilt the engine, I put a comp cams in it, long tube headers, I dynoed 609 horsepower, 6-speed manual. At the time, that car was really fast, but I mean, keep in mind, nowadays they have cars with 700, 800, 1,000 horsepower from the factory with warranties. But at the time, I ran an 11.6 at 126, and that car was like almost unbeatable on the street. But nowadays, it's not as impressive as it used to be. I had a 2003 BMW M5, and I had a 2010 Cadillac CTS-V. That was a really fun car. I had an LSA motor in it, and I did a bunch of mods to that. That dyno at 720 horsepower. But the biggest downfall of that car is that thing, especially running E85, would get 8 miles a gallon. It was absurd. I have a truck now. I mean, well, I'll edit that out. I don't have my gas-powered truck anymore. I got rid of it because I'm electric now. They'll get like 15 miles a gallon in the city. That Cadillac would get 8 miles a gallon. It's absurd for a car to get that bad a gas mileage. So it kind of took the fun of driving that thing away. But with this car, they say this is comparable to a car that gets about 110 miles a gallon. And I want to give you guys a point of reference for how much I'm paying to recharge it. So here in California, my electricity rates at my house, I looked it up, are 41 cents per kilowatt hour. And I want you guys, if you're watching this, and put in the comments, can you look up what you pay for your electricity and put it in the comments? Because I did a poll on my Facebook, and I found that the closest rates to mine were half, 20 cents per kilowatt hour. Most people were paying 10 cents or less. California is absolutely ridiculous when it comes to how much we pay for electricity. And as a matter of fact, this one here fluctuates a little bit, but I pay from 18 cents to 20 cents per kilowatt hour. So it's actually cheaper to come here and charge up on one of these charge points. Not the fast chargers. The fast chargers charge you more, and as of now, I haven't used a fast charger yet, but I hear those are closer to 50 cents per kilowatt hour and even up from there. If I did a full charge at 7.7 kilowatts, it takes like 15 hours or something. This actually works out great for me because I live really close to here. I live in an apartment. I can't charge this thing at home, but I just drive over here, plug it in, and leave it for a couple hours depending on how much charge I need, and I'm good to go. It's worked out really well so far. This car is quite a big change coming from a gas vehicle. Just electric aside, the technology on this car is great. This has what's known as Sentry Mode, so there's cameras all around this car, and if you followed anything in the news lately, you've seen all those videos of people vandalizing Teslas, and it's all captured by the cameras because these cameras are constantly recording. And the nice thing is, from the app on my phone, I can check the live camera view on this car at any time. I know other car companies probably could do that, but do they? I think one thing that Tesla did is they were able to add technology at a faster rate than any of the traditional car companies, because a lot of those car companies share their head units, they share parts between all their models, and if they make an adjustment, it takes them forever. Tesla jumped the gun. Even some of their older models have stuff that you don't even see on new cars. So I think it's enough for standing out here. Let's go inside the car. What do you say? And the nice thing is, this is all paired to my phone. So once you get the car, it comes with like a key card that you'd use at an office building or something, and a couple of key fobs that will open the car. But as of now, I have my phone in my pocket. Typically when you get close, it'll just pop the door handle out, and you open the door and you're good to go inside. One of the first things people complain about in this car is this model, the Pleiad model, comes equipped standard with this yoke. Now I would prefer a steering wheel, but this is a 2022 model. I don't think the steering wheel was an option on this one, but it's not a deal breaker to me. I just give you a preview. This says Sentry event happened. You can launch. Look, there's some weird guy outside of my car filming a video. So it's pretty nice. So you can actually, these cars are really secure. They kind of go with like the Apple approach, where they're not big on buttons and dials everywhere. You can see here, there's no turn signal knobs, there's no indicators on the sides. You have these buttons for your turn signals, high beams, your horn is here, not in the middle. The horn is this button here. And one of the biggest complaints is these are not tactile buttons. They don't push in, they're flat. Not everyone's favorite. Most everything you're gonna do through this center console here, and this is massive. This is a touch screen. You're gonna do almost everything through this touch screen. You start here by touching the little car icon, and you get all sorts of things, options over here. I'm still getting used to this car. As a matter of fact, when I was driving it home, I wanted to turn on the air conditioning, and I was like, I didn't know how to turn on the air conditioning because it's kind of overwhelming. What I've since learned is a nice thing is everything's voice activated here. And if you press that, you can do any function this car has through the voice activation. So you can press that and say, turn on headlights, it'll turn on the headlights. But overall, I really like it so far, and I'm getting used to it. And you can change a lot of stuff on the fly on this car that you wouldn't be able to do on a gas car. You can change the whole throttle mapping. And if you're used to riding e-bikes, you probably know what I'm talking about. It's like turning up the pedal assist level that's right here. So this has chill mode, sport mode, and Pleiad mode. This has Dragstrip Mode. You can launch it, and we'll try that out a little bit later. There's a lot of stuff in here. I don't even know what it does yet. You can control the ride height. You can raise or lower this car. You can change how stiff the suspension is. You can do a lot of stuff. So outside of just this car being electric, I think it has a lot of options that are just really neat to mess with. Charging, you can change the charge limit here. I changed it to 90% because I plan on driving it as soon as it's done. There's this car, whoever owned this car before paid for the full self-driving package, which is either a $12,000 or $8,000 option. So it's good for me. I don't really plan on using full self-driving much, but I'll demonstrate it in this video. You can actually tell it like how you want it to drive, slower, standard, or you can hurry up. The max speed offset, it'll automatically speed a certain percentage over the speed limit. And if you turn on the stereo, this car has a really nice stereo. It says like 21 or 22 speakers. It sounds really nice, but the volume goes up to 11, which is a reference to Spinal Tap. This one goes to 11. So overall, I'm really liking this car. I've had it for just about a week now. Still getting used to the quirks and everything on it, but I like it. This has the white interior. This is faux vegan. This is vegan leather. It looks and feels just like leather. If you didn't tell me this was fake leather, I wouldn't be able to tell. A lot of people don't like the white. I personally really like the white, and I really like the black exterior. It has a glass roof here. You can see, you can see the sky through the roof. I mean, I really like this car in general. It's very practical. I haven't taken this on any long road trips. So taking it on a road trip, you're pretty much going to be reliant on using a supercharger. Supercharger, for reference, will charge this thing up in about 45 minutes, I think, which is pretty crazy considering this is a 100 kilowatt hour battery. So, but I feel like for around town as a second vehicle, these electric vehicles are really cool because you can, for reference, you know, I put 40% of my battery, and it cost $7.82. Compared to my truck, gas is like $5 a gallon in California. We pay the highest for electricity, we pay the highest for gas, registration, insurance, everything in California is absurd. Charging this thing electric for the way I drive is much cheaper than using gas in California. So it's pretty absurd what they do to us in California, a state that claims to care about poor people, but it seems like their only goal is to keep people poor, if I didn't know any better. But we're at 89%. I'm gonna go ahead and stop charging. We'll go ahead and just take this thing out on the road and give you some impressions on what it's like to drive an electric car compared to a gas car. You have to run these adapters if you're going to a non-Tesla charger as well. It's $296 right there. I put in 14 kilowatt hours, 20 cents a kilowatt hour. So guys, yeah, let me know what you pay for electricity. We're in the Tesla Plaid. Okay, the gig's up. I'm not gonna keep up that joke the whole time. Any of you guys know this is one of the fastest production cars you can buy. It's absolutely absurd, and I come from performance cars in the background. This is illogically fast. It's not just a parlor trick. I thought this was just going to be a parlor trick, but no, this car is ridiculous. So there's only 2 gears in this car, reverse and forward. Everything's done through this. You have to swipe here. So you just swipe forward, and now we are ready to go forward. It is a bit weird getting used to this car because you don't turn off. There's no engine turning on or off. The car is just on all the time. And the first thing you will notice driving an electric car is the throttle response is absurd. The throttle response is absolutely instant. There's no downshifting, there's no waiting for power. It's always right there instantly. There's 3 different modes on here. There's chill, sport, and plaid mode. So I'm in chill right now, which is basically makes this thing drive like a normal car, which is still quick. And the sensation of torque you get from these cars are crazy. And it's something, unfortunately, you don't hear an engine or anything, so there's no point of reference to how fast these cars are compared to driving a gas vehicle. Chill mode, anybody could get in this car and drive it. I have it floored right now. So chill mode's nothing to write home about, but I do like that it's an option. And the funny thing is, I bought this car used, and I saw in here, in this old security footage, this car was bought by my previous owner of this car was a nice lady named Susan, old lady, full on, looked like somebody's grandma, gray hair. It's just kind of funny to me that she had the Tesla Plaid, Model S Plaid, because this car is absurdly fast. So in my mind, I like to think that she was out at the street races, just absolutely just wrecking people. Another thing you notice with the Tesla right away is it's got this full, nice, super responsive touchscreen. It's almost pretty distracting when you're not used to it. Even when you're used to it, there's just so much going on here. And this car has internet connectivity natively. I don't pay for it or anything, and it's just, I came in here, I scanned the code for my Spotify, and it's got apps. It's like a full functioning tablet, and I think it has internet through Starlink. I could be wrong about that. I'm definitely not an expert as of yet. And I probably won't be. But one thing I really like is if you look here in the center console, right where the speedometer is usually at, you'll see it gives you a live view of what's going on in the real world. It has the cars, it'll pick up pedestrians, it picks up the lines on the road, the stoplights. It reads the speed limit sign, so that speed limit sign will automatically update based on when it scans a speed limit sign. It's really cool, and I really especially like it on the freeway because you'll see if somebody's in your blind spot based on the cameras, and it's using all the cameras. It's called the Tesla Vision system. It's using the feedback from the cameras to get all this information, and you can see it's really smooth. It updates in real time, there's no lagging, and it just beeps. It beeps when the light changes, which is nice. You hear? It's extremely quiet. And this, I think part of the reason for this steering yoke was to keep this open so you get a nice unobstructed view of your dash. I'm okay with the yoke. You can swap it to a steering wheel, but I'm not going to. The only reason I like to turn like this, you know, most people do, guys, I feel like, and there's nothing here to grab onto. So when I first drove this, it was on plaid mode with the throttle, and plaid mode is absurd. You don't know if you can't, it's hard to put into words how hard this car pulls, because it's got 3 motors, there's 2 in the rear, 1 in the front, and this has real-time traction control where even the slightest little slip, the car adjusts like many times per second. It's not like a gas car where you're gonna start spinning and going all over the place. This thing just tracks dead straight, no drama, 0 driver skill needed. You could put anyone in this car and get its full potential. They rate this at 1.99, 0 to 60. I don't really think you're going to get 1.99 unless you're in a super ideal situation, but I've seen multiple people getting 2.2, 0 to 60, which is, it's absurd, guys. And I've taken many people for rides, and unfortunately there's nobody in here today because, look guys, I don't have that many friends, if we're being honest. I popped this over into Dragstrip mode, and when you put it in Dragstrip mode, it actually conditions the battery to give you peak performance. I've actually never waited the entire time to get to peak performance because I've never needed it. This car is so fast, it's absurd. This car is absurdly fast. And it's hard to put into reference how fast this car is unless you're like right next to somebody and you can see how fast you'll pull away from them. And I will do that in a moment. Oh, it's only got 2 minutes remaining for peak performance, probably because I just took it off the charger. So guys, you're in luck. I'm gonna wait the 2 minutes and we'll see what a launch is like with peak performance. I'm not gonna go too fast because believe it or not, I don't wanna go to jail. And if you stay in the gas for too long, you're gonna be going to prison levels of speed very fast. This car has a top speed of 200 miles an hour. However, you have to buy a track pack brake package to unlock that because they say the brakes on this are not good enough to be stopping this thing from 200 miles an hour. Keep in mind, this car weighs 4,800 pounds. There we are. All you gotta do when you're in drag strip mode, hold the brake, hold the accelerator, and it's gonna tell you here, preparing for launch, suspension entering cheetah stance. It lowers the front end. It says ready to launch, and then you just let go of the brake. Oh my Lord, this car is fast. Woo. That is hard to put into words how ridiculous that is. I just went from like 0 to 80 in like 4 seconds. This car is silly fast. It is absurd. Wow. I've had this for over a week. I've done that launch many times now, and it still makes me giddy every time I do it because the raw amount of G-forces you feel, it's crazy. You can like feel the blood inside of your head moving around. It feels like your internal organs are being moved around. This car is uncomfortably fast. It's crazy that you can just go buy this car with no training, no nothing. At NHRA, if you want to run 9-second quarter miles at the track, you need 5-point harnesses, you need roll cages that are certified to run 9s. You don't need any of that. You just go buy this car right off the showroom floor and it'll do that. It's silly. It's insane. It's literally insane. And the previous versions of these cars, they had the P100D ludicrous mode, which ran like a 10-something quarter mile. And I think that was like what first put these things on the map. But those cars were known for running out of steam after like over 120 miles an hour. These have 3 motors compared to those 2. And they have carbon coating on the rotors of the motors or something, so these have higher RPMs. So these don't stop pulling, these just keep pulling and pulling until eventually the car runs out of RPM. These are just absurdly fast. It does take a good amount of pedal control when you're driving this because just knowing you have that much power on tap at all times is, you have to restrain yourself because you could get yourself in a lot of trouble very quickly. I heard a lot of people say that this is pretty much like the best daily driver car you can have because It does everything, and it doesn't cost you a bunch of money to drive, which is, I found myself, this is the first car I've had in years where I just get in it and I'm just driving around. I wouldn't drive my Cadillac around that much because it was so expensive. You know, it's like just going a cruise for a few minutes is going to cost you like 50 bucks. Here we are doing 70 miles an hour. Hey, I want to get in front of this Jetta. Oh, we're in front. It's insane, guys. It's silly. It's like a wall of torque just nails you back in the seat, but it feels so safe and controlled. I took my dad and my brother for a ride, and I've previously scared them both in my old Camaro because that car would fishtail. It was like, you know, it was a handful. This car is leaps and bounds faster than that, but it's so planted, it's like you feel the G-force is going forward, but it's not, you don't feel out of control at all. It's a cheat code. You're driving around, I see that Mustang there, you could see Corvettes, Ferraris, you name it, and you could just torch all of them. It's crazy. It's like, it's hard to believe you can just go buy this car and just go drive it around. An old lady was driving this car around and she could torch McLarens in it. It's weird where technology has taken us now. And there's actually a car called a Lucid Air Sapphire that's faster than this. It runs high 8-second quarter miles. We're gonna go off the line here against this lady here and look over just to give you a sense of how fast this accelerates. Gone. It's crazy. You wanna be in front of the pack when you're driving in traffic, this is the car for you because nobody's gonna pass you from the line. So, you know, I got a little room in front of me to just show you how fast you can pull in front of people. It's crazy. I know without the sound, it's really hard to like get a sense of speed when you're not in the car. But it's just, this thing just like leaps forward so fast. No build up whatsoever. You press the accelerator, you're going fast immediately. It's really ridiculous. Watch, Rico. I gotta stop doing that. It makes no sense that you can just go buy this. When you drive around in this car, it feels like you're in those old cartoons where you have the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other, and the devil's just constantly telling you, floor it, give it some gas, you know? So it does take quite a bit of restraint driving this car around because look, we're here in just civilization. We're amongst all these normal people in their normal cars in a car that's ludicrously fast. Yeah, I'm gonna need to go catch up with this Dodge Ram. Let's see if I can do it. Woo! I think I can. One last thing I really like about the electric vehicles is you don't have to like make any changes, work on yourself, become a better person. No, the second you buy an electric vehicle, you're just better than everyone else. At least better than everyone else that's driving around in those petroleum gas guzzlers destroying our environment. I'm better than you. And keep that in mind, guys. This is one of the silent benefits of driving an electric vehicle, the smugness that comes along with it. Let's try full self-driving, guys. What do you say? Let's put in an address here. Let's go here. Muscle Maker Grill. And it's driving, guys. Literally, it's gonna drive me to the destination. Now, you have to be paying attention. It will check your eyes to see for movement, and occasionally it'll tell you that you need to put some input into the wheels, but it will drive you the entire way. It's crazy. It stops at the stop signs. It'll go a set percentage over the speed limit. I haven't had any close calls. Granted, I haven't like used this a ton yet, but it's just crazy that this car drives itself. And I think the vast majority of Teslas offer that functionality. And as they get newer, this is a hardware 3 car. The brand new ones are hardware 4. They just keep making it better and better. And if you guys saw Mark Rober's video where he was using self-driving, he was using autopilot, which is different, and it ran into a wall. But I saw one where it was tested on a Cybertruck that has the updated hardware 4. It sensed the wall was there and it stopped. So they're continuously making things better on this. They have over-the-air software updates for your car. It's a totally different experience than a typical gas car. And I'm on board with it so far. Granted, I've had this for 1 week. That could change. I could end up hating this thing. Who knows? But as of right now, I absolutely love this car. I look forward to just getting in and driving around because it's just fun. I mean, look, the car's driving itself. I'm not touching anything. Isn't this crazy? Isn't the future crazy, guys? And I know you might be thinking, hey, self-driving's not for me. And I understand that because I feel the same way. To me, this is something I'm going to show off for friends or, you know, I don't think I'll be using this that much. But I talked to a lady at my gym. She just moved here from Ukraine. She said she's not a very good driver. She has a Tesla and she uses the full self-driving all the time. So I was like, oh, that actually makes sense, because you know you're not that great of a driver, maybe you're not used to the rules and regulations. The car will do it for you. And you do have to pay attention, so it's not like you can just take a nap and the car drives for you, even though I think that's eventually the goal. Look, it's turning. Isn't that crazy? I think that's actually eventually going to be the goal of these cars. They want full autonomous self-driving. But as of now, you have to get some input. You know, car, you've had enough fun. And I think this is a really nice looking car. This is one of the most aerodynamic cars there is. It has a drag coefficient or something. I think the Model S has the record. I never paid attention to Teslas very much, but now that I like actually sat and looked at this car, I think this is a really nice looking car. It's got a carbon fiber lip. The plaids all have black door handles. This little stuff that sticks out subtly lets you know that this is a plaid. And it has the plaid logo on the back. But overall, guys, I do not regret buying this car whatsoever. Hey, we're gonna walk away from the car in the parking lot. You're thinking, hey, what are you doing? This is a video about the car. You're not gonna film. What are we gonna learn about the car when it's way back there? Well, guys, one of the many features this car has is a feature called Actually Smart Summon. Now that's another little joke, because they had Summon at first and they had a bunch of issues with it. They called it Smart Summon, but now it's updated to called Actually Smart Summon, which is ASS. little joke there, but this is pretty cool. And the ultimate way to flex on all your haters, guys, you get out, you come out of the store, go into your Tesla app, and your Tesla app is actually very functional. And I'm gonna choose Summon here. Now the previous version would always take the path of least resistance. However, now it will actually read the direction signs and everything in the parking lot and follow the traffic laws while coming to get you. Are you driving an old-fashioned car where you have to go walk to it in the parking lot? What year, what are you, living in the 1900s? Look, the car even stops. It saw that other car, it stopped. You know, it's not the fastest. I think it's limited to 6 miles an hour. But how cool is this? Look at it. You can see the steering wheel moving all around. Look, it's even come to a parking spot. Well, that sure saved me the hassle of walking 50 feet. Now, yeah, I could see that just being kind of a gimmick, but you know, think about it. If it's raining, or if you just want to show off, guys, which is what I want to do, you can actually have your car come to you in the parking lot. I think that's pretty neat. I don't know, guys. This car has like brought out the inner nerd in me, and I've been truly excited to drive this car and just mess around with it. And Tesla's always adding neat little features to it, like you can do a light show. I'm not going to demonstrate that now, where it does the lights and raises and lowers the suspension and stuff based on the song. It's pretty cool. But I'm excited for electric stuff in general. I think it's so cool. The future is now. We are fortunate enough to live in these times. We're gonna see so many different changes come along in the next couple of years, and we get to be part of it. So, but guys, I have no coupon codes for this, no nothing. I'm just really enjoying this car. You know, maybe if you're interested, maybe I'll make some more videos on my new Tesla here. I need to think of a nickname for it. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and don't forget, leave your power rates in the comments, and I'm better than you if you're driving a gas vehicle, guys. Do better. Bye, guys.